Hey guys, Mighty Gazelle here, back with more reading the My Hero Academia manga. This is chapter 350, titled Flames. The 2 week hiatus is over. Welcome back, everyone. Hope everyone, the agonizing wait wasn't too bad for you. I say agonizing, but for me, let's just say, as some of you may know, I'm not the biggest Dabi fan. I think he's fine as a character. I just never really get why so many people love and adore him so much. By the way, my April Fool's post, I think some people took me seriously when I was singing Dabi's praises. I did it in all good fun, good jest. But yeah, waiting 2 weeks for a new chapter, knowing that it's most likely going to be a Dabi focused chapter, not ideal, but exciting nonetheless because it develops the story, and I am always down for that. Plus, you know, Horikoshi rarely does any wrong in my eyes. I think he's on top of his game right now, and I'm excited to see what sort of origin part 4 we're getting for Dabi here. So, let's dive in. These are the unofficial translations, by the way. Yeah. This voice belongs to ... It has already started, hasn't it? We see in a black box. We're cutting to the police station as we see an individual walking down a hall. Oh, is that the ape police officer? The guy who, dude, oh my god, I feel like Gentle Criminal. This is the guy who, like, helped Gentle Criminal, through the processing or whatever after his episode. Shut it, says the, don't know his name. I'm going to call him Gorilla for now. We're getting a voice from the cell. The number of officers has reduced significantly. It's as clear as day. Ooh, we're getting the doctor. What's his name? Uguro? I can't remember his name. The doctor. All for One's doctor. Everything... Well, okay, so that's cool. We're actually getting an update on him. Everything was for this moment. We had to search for so long. All for those small, stunted seeds. Huh. Look, he looks very sad in this dark cell of his, which, he's evil, so hey, that's okay. Whoa, whoa, oh, okay, we're cutting to Dabi, and he's still right in front of Todoroki, and Dabi was either on top of or right behind the statue of All Might with the fist raised, and Dabi just spirals up into the air on this pillar of fire. Those few wicked seeds, worthy of being vessels. As we get Dabi looking like he's having the time of his life. He looks so happy. He's either smiling or the lips on his face just melted away, just revealing his teeth. So it could be either one. I don't know. He looks very scarred and charred, I meant. And we see Todoroki too. For those few wicked seeds, worthy of being vessels. Is this implying that Dabi was supposed to be a vessel for Shigaraki? Because if you read Vigilantes, there, guess minor spoiler for Vigilantes, All for One had other people that he had potential plans to make them like the successor body. That would be a very interesting twist if Dabi was supposed to be that, but I don't know. 11 years ago, as we get black borders, which means flashback, but obviously 11 years ago. It means that we cut to fire. Sakoto Peak, there's a body burning. Presumably this is Dabi. It's just so charred. You can't really tell. Hot. No, I don't want to die. I still haven't. As we get the jaw, that this is him. This is where the jaw falls off his face, dude. Oh man, I don't even want to imagine this animated. Just seeing a burning body with body parts falling off of it. I still haven't shown him what I can really do. And it looks like he's trying to make a break for a puddle of water or something to dive into. I think that's what he's trying to do. And we're cutting back to the gorilla. He too was another child, tossed away for harboring a bit of darkness. Forget darkness. It's almost like he had the entire world from the very beginning. Oh, whoa. I'm gonna make this a bigger shot right here. This is a long, big shot of is that all for one? It was everything. Yep. Okay, so he was going to okay, wow, this is actually a lot of great imagery already. He was indeed going for the puddle to put himself out of fire, and he's just this hurtled up, cuddled up, like charred body, and this is a great shot. In the background, there's just burning trees, and then from the fire, you have this man in a tuxedo. That has to be all for one. This looks a lot like the guy. I don't know if this theory is still alive or not. I guess technically it should be, but they didn't talk about it in the anime. When, for those of you who are anime only, when Shigaraki, as a kid, Toya at the time, gets dropped off at the house, there's a man who looks just like this with the bowler hat and the tuxedo, drops him off saying, "Don't worry, just take care of your kid." People think that All for One gave Shigaraki his quirk. I know that I'm not going on a tangent, but this looks like him. So this, I guess, this confirms that was him. If they ever go back to that, they didn't show that scene in the anime. Again, a bit of a rant. Okay, great shot though, fantastic shot. Whoa. And then we cut to him waking up. That shot looks like when Bakugo wakes up in the hospital. Exact same framing, right above him, same hair and everything. They look surprisingly a lot alike in this shot. What is this? All right, so he wakes up on this pillow, and then he wakes up. He's in bed, I should say, and he's hooked up to an IV. His face is back. They like stitched a new jaw to him or something. And there's a sign on the wall. This is what kind of threw me back. Like a "Get well soon, Mr. Sleepyhead," and then just like drawings and flowers and butterflies and origami around it. Really weird. Okay, is this gonna be a really weird chapter? He wakes up in this bed. He says, "Where am I?" As we get a shot of some checkered tiled room. It looks like a playground, like a playroom. And there's another hallway where there's these are the things you would see on the walls of like an elementary school, like trees and bunnies and billboards and stuff. Where am I? Am I still alive? Ah, he's awake, says a girl at a table. Mr. Sleepyhead woke up. Oh, that must be the girl who... Are we gonna get like a whole second like story of Dabi? Like he spent time at this place and had a bunch of friends. Okay, this is wild shit. I don't even know what to say. Dabi says, "What is this place? Is this my voice? Oh, did they? Oh, they probably, dude. They probably literally they probably put like a bunch of stuff from other bodies and like organs and things, if he was charred like that. That's actually really creepy, and it makes me feel weird to think about that. Okay, let's move on. Is this my voice? He thinks to himself. Home, silly, says the girl. Sensei, the other girl runs off to get a teacher or something, I guess. Mr. Sleepyhead, 3 years. He was sleeping for 3 whole years. Oh, I was about to say, when he gets up out of the bed, he looks older. Like, significantly older than what he was before. Mr. Sleepyhead, 3 years. He was sleeping for 3 whole years. That's why they call him Mr. Sleepyhead. Probably all the kids are like, "Oh, it's Mr. Sleepyhead. He never wakes up. He just sleeps all day." 3 years. Holy shit. Apt name, for sure. I didn't know, since I only recently came here. But Sensei told me. 3 years? Dabi thinks to himself. What happened to me? I was at Sakota Peak when I burned up and... Whoa, oh, I don't like this. Oh, creepy. Oh, the next thing we get is this guy, this buff guy dressed... He has like a sunflower mask, or maybe that's like a quirk, like mutation. He has a sunflower head. And Dabi thinks to himself, I have to go back, and he's interrupted. You can't do that, says this guy with the sunflower frickin' face. Why not, says Dabi. You live here now, with everyone else. All of these guys will become your new family. I'm sure you'll warm up to them quickly, says this guy. Huh? Hold on a second, says Dabi. I gotta go home. My dad. He was probably busy and couldn't come see me, right? Surely he's worried sick about me. I did something terrible. I said something terrible. I need to apologize to Mom and the others. I just want Dad to look at me again. As we get his face just like, you see the life exiting his face as he says, this is a really good chapter so far. I know we're only at the beginning, but I like what they're going for here. I'm afraid that won't be possible anymore as we get a voice from a TV. This has to be All For One, right? Remember back in the early days of the anime, he only talked through a TV. He didn't even see an image. It was just like, this has to be him. I'm afraid that won't be possible anymore as they both look to the TV. Your body was burned to almost nothing. Putting you back together was quite the extreme procedure. All the partially destroyed tissues have been grafted on to speed up your recovery. There's burn scars all over your face, and you've undergone some drastic changes, but at least you're still alive. What you're saying? What are you saying? I don't understand. Changes? Says Dabi. You won't be able to use your power like before. You have sustained grave damage in several organs. Like I figured. Your somatic nervous system is impaired, causing sensations like pain to become duller. Your body has become weaker. You will never go back to how you were before. As we get a shocked Dabi as he's holding his gut with one hand and hand over his face with the other. This is actually depressing. We would have wanted you to join our ranks prior to all of this. But there's a key pause here. We would have wanted you to join our ranks prior to all of this. We put so much work into you, but alas, you were a failure. Oh no! And then we get a shot of Endeavor in the same room as Toya. I can't remember if this is the same panel from back those three backstory ones we got, but like that's the image, and then the words are from All For One. You are a failure. As we get Dabi just in despair, like from all this. Oh, did that hit a nerve? Says All For One. How pitiful your life must have been. Just talking mad shit. You know, you gotta respect All For One. He never lets up, even with his own people. He still talks shit. Now, granted, back then he's still just a kid, but we may be able to restore your firepower to what it was before. What do you think? You can become a part of our family. Go to classes. Have fun. Shut up, says Dabi. The voice from the screen. I have no intention of learning anything. I have no intention of learning from any other man. And now we're cutting back to the doctor, to the present time. It was too late to show him the way. He was too burned out already. Even him, who controls everything, found it impossible to manipulate that obsession he had for his father. Ooh. Wow, yeah, because you think about it, All For One would just be able to manipulate whoever he wanted, but not in this case. Dabi was hell-bent in his own ways. He continues. They were nothing more than spares in case anything happened to Shigaraki Tomura. Yep, that's what I figured. Again, in Vigilantes, they kind of talk about this a little bit. Not necessarily for, like, there's a program that All For One had about raising promising subjects / like bodies. They were nothing more than spares in case anything happened to Shigaraki Tomura, an incredibly strong yet deformed sapling filled with hatred, the perfect vessel for the Demon King. Dabi was one of those spares. Wow. But he was a failed creation. The monkey ape guy intervenes. Why are you actually, What are you trying to say? Is this another one of those boring all for one had it planned from the beginning histories? The doctor continues. This story is just a warning from me to you. That thing lives in a world detached even from ours. The reason we let him go was because of his body. After waking up, it shouldn't have even lasted a month. Ho! Ho! When that broker brought him in, we were genuinely surprised. Why did you come back? Why are you still alive? As we get a shot of the doctor opening the door for Dabi, and there's the hood, Nomu, in the room with him. Dabi answers, Ujiko-san, it was you, wasn't it? The one who kept me alive this long. And in his thoughts we hear, I wanted to hear Dabi's real motives, so I brought him in when we got the chance to talk privately. He says to Dabi, so you figured out why you're still alive. I'm over the moon. Looking at this living corpse over here, I can get a good, solid idea of what y'all did to me back then. The reason I came back here is because this is the perfect spot for a funeral. And then that sends shudders down the doctor's body. That one look said it all, he thinks to himself. This body that overcame even death was held together only by the flames of vengeance. That kind of badass. All right. Damn it, this chapter's making me like Dabi more. A little bit. This chapter's so good, it's making me like Dabi a little bit more. I hate him a little bit less. Damn it. Shoto. I did go back home. As we're cutting back to the present, his fight with Todoroki. Shoto. Although my body was weaker than before, and I didn't have anything to look forward to in life anymore, I still wanted to be recognized by him, but that's what we hear in the thoughts. And then he says, even a little bit, I wanted to change. I wanted to see that change. I was reminded once again, as we get a picture of the shrine for Toya. 3 years passed, yet that same story continued as we get Endeavor training Todoroki. Okay, so he sees that things are still the same. Fascinating, okay. Of the reason why I was born. Oh, he says, I'm reminded once again of the reason why I was born, as we get a very angry-looking Endeavor. I'm just a defective product. My life has no meaning. My family has already moved on from me. That would be so sad to see that, man. Like, you show up 3 years later, like, and then they got a shrine, and then you look over, and you expect maybe to see your family, like, just lesser without you, but no. Endeavor is just beating lessons into Todoroki, the kid that they always wanted, you know, like, man, when you cross certain limits, the things that used to shape you lose all meaning. As we get him outreaching his arm, I devoted myself just to make my flame stronger. I couldn't face him while being weak. Even as this body burned and rotted, I could no longer feel anything as we get fire coming from his hand. I've seen many of his moves as we get pictures of phones and computers. Shoto-kun, it's too hot, says one of the assistants. Shoto interrupts. You wanted to die from the start. Every time he protected the city, every time the crowds cheered for him, my heart pounded like crazy. Toya died, and Dabi was born. Oh, that's a good line. Oh, that's good imagery too. Oh, that's okay. That's sick. Why does Dabi get all these crazy ass impactful, emotional chapters. Okay, damn it, this chapter's making me like him more. Okay. All right. He's standing in front of it. He broke into the house. He's standing in front of the shrine back then when he first showed up. At his own shrine, he's doing the prayer, he's just in this like ragged clothing, and he's doing his prayer, and he's like, that day Toya died and Dabi was born. That is so good. That's great. And then we're cutting back to the grill on the hallway. Heat is energy born from all things in creation, springing forth and moving. All for one who tries to live forever could never have it. The kind of heat that can only drive you toward death. Yeah, like that's like this that saying, like the brightest flame burns out the quickest. That kind of ideal. Oh, shit. Let me zoom out here. What I'm looking at is a really good shot of Dabi essentially going full Inferno mode, and he's stepping on All Might's statue, and he's so hot, it is melting the statue. Something even the Demon Lord gave up on. The fatal flames of insanity. Yo, that is awesome. Oh my, why does Dabi get all these so freaking cool mic drop moments? We're not done with the chapter yet. We're still going, too. Oh my god, he looks so demented. That's such a great line, too. Like, that makes so much sense. Like, even All For One is like, in his quest to have all these powers, he gave up on this insane power. Because it's like, it's so hot. It is so intense. That and All For One, who wants to live forever, can never have it. He'd burn out. That's amazing. Something even the Demon Lord gave up on, the fatal flames of insanity. That's a great shot of Dabi. And the next shot is, who does that look like? It almost looks like Twice. Like, am I crazy here? This looks like he looks like a Muppet right here almost, because you can't see like the cheeks anymore because they're probably gone. He looks like Twice here. I don't know if that's intentional, but like from the hair, the face, the eyes, the expression. To be fair, a lot of the detail is now gone from Dabi's face because he's like burning himself to a crisp right now. I'll burn everything precious to him down to the ground. That will be the proof that I ever existed. Flash fire fist. Spiraling flames collide as we get Shoto. Like, I'm gonna let you do that. Chapter 350 end. My Hero Academia will be on break next week. Ho! Ho! Did Horikoshi just make me finally like Dabi? Did he just deliver such a damn great chapter that it changed my entire opinion on this character? Okay, I have a lot of thoughts to share. This is going to be a long video, probably. And it's already at 24 minutes. Okay, so to put it into context, I'm going to go on a bit of a rant here. Not like a rant, but when I read those 3 chapters back during the war about Dabi's backstory / Toya's backstory, my conclusion coming out of that was, man, I really feel bad for Toya. I think he was a great character. There was a lot to him, but it just made me feel like Dabi and Toya were just 2 completely different people. So while I can sympathize with Toya, I can still hate Dabi because he's deciding to be a piece of shit for no reason. But this chapter really, really effectively not only connected the dots to how he became Dabi, but it gave you so much like of what drives this shitty mindset of his. And I say shitty, I don't mean like a poorly written, like just this like attitude of like F the world, F you, F Endeavor, F it all. Like that's what I mean. Like that kind of shitty attitude. And this chapter perfectly threaded the needle of connecting him surviving that ordeal as a kid. And that line was so good. I need to read that again, dude. Oh, that's so good. That's like one of my favorite lines, dude. And the imagery with it is so good. Toya died and Dabi was born as he's praying in front of the shrine for Toya. That is like really great. Oh my gosh. And now in his final moments, presumably, I assume he's gonna like burn himself out here. I don't know like what Todoroki's gonna do. But I genuinely feel bad for Dabi. I never in a million years would have thought that. Like, wow. This was the character in this whole series that I like to bag on. I was like, I gotta pick one character to not like, right? I can't like them all. And Dabi fit the bill. He was this punk who hated everyone, was a jerk, and I just didn't like how everyone thought he was so cool because he was covered in piercings and was like an edgy guy. Like I just didn't get it. But like this is what I needed personally. I understand a lot of people liked Dabi before. I was always skeptical and didn't. I just didn't see the substance to the character. Even after the Toya stuff, it didn't. There was a divide, but it connects the two halves together, and wow, never would have thought. I just maybe it's in pairing with the great visuals in this chapter, but man, oh, this is good, really good. Wow. Good stuff. Great stuff, Horikoshi. Yeah, this was a good one. All right. Well, that's all I want to say. I never thought the day would happen. I was dreading this chapter because oh great, another Dabi. He's probably to get found by the doctor, patched up, and that'll be it, right? Like, no, but actually really fleshed out really bad joke there. His character. And yeah, color me shocked. I mean, I shouldn't be. It's Horikoshi, but man, this was a 10. How do you not say this chapter is a 10? For me personally, I understand if someone else didn't think it was a 10. Me personally, it subverted my expectations. It took something I was not anticipating and not only made it great, it made me care about the one character that I like to hate and to bag on. Now I genuinely feel bad for him. And I think he's fascinating. Not saying he's one of my favorite characters in the entire show now, but like I can comfortably put him among the characters that I like, which is a lot saying from me. So hope you guys enjoyed my reaction. This was a fantastic chapter. I've said this many times already, but yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed. And until next time, this has been Mighty Gazelle, hoping you all have a mighty day. See you guys.